Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the All Things Mizzou podcast. I'm your host, Megan Dorr, and today I'm joined by our Mizzou baseball beat writer, Amber Winkler. Amber, it's finally getting warmer in Columbia. It's going to be in the 60s today. Baseball's back. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. I've been looking forward to it for a while. My year's always better when baseball's in season. I'm just so excited to be able to report on Missouri baseball this year.
hmm And so, Mizzou baseball, they opened their season last weekend with a trip out west to California. They started the season 2-1, but big news is that this is the first season under the new coach, Carrick Jackson. And Jackson was a Mizzou assistant from 2011 to 2015, and then he became a head coach. He made some stops at Southern University, most recently at Memphis. But Jackson is actually a St. Louis native. He played baseball for in community college in the St. Louis area, and he has a history of turning programs around. What did you see? What have you kind of seen from the beginning of the Carrick Jackson era at Mizzou?
I think that they have definitely a different mindset. I wrote a whole story about their new mindset of no opportunity wasted coming into this season. I think that hopefully it'll help them. They didn't have a bad season last year, so hopefully it'll help them keep the momentum going and improve it off of that. They've seen to struggle in like SEC play. They're usually pretty good in non-conference and they're really great at home, but I think he's trying to get a mindset of they can keep going here and there, that they're going to use every opportunity they can to bring the program forward and keep winning.
Yes, that makes sense. So this weekend, their series last weekend, they lost their first game, but then they won their next two games. The second win, the bats really came alive. This was all against Cal Poly, and they had a game canceled, right, for weather.
Yes.
But what did you kind of see from the first few games from the Tigers?
I saw that their new people are going to bring a lot of power and to the lineup. They lost a lot of people. They did lose a lot of people, but they also got a lot of good people coming that came in from top programs. We got somebody from Wake Forest and Oregon State and Texas Tech, and they all have performed pretty well so far in their Mizzou debuts. They got a lot of freshmen that have in the first three games have really done well. So they've proven so far that they will probably be just fine despite losing a lot of people. They have half of their roster is new to Mizzou, so they've proven that they'll probably be just fine.
I saw something that said a total of 11 Tigers made their Mizzou debut over the weekend. Pretty crazy that there's that much turnover, but the team still seems pretty consistent. Someone that I think to keep an eye out on. I want to hear what you have to say after, but Jackson Lovick, I'm wondering if he's going to kind of have a sophomore breakout season. I know last year when he was a freshman, he made 11 starts. He batted 294 at home, but then in this weekend series, he already hit a home run, his second career home run, and he drove in 3 runs. Do you have anything on him that you think, do you see him having a big season?
I do. He performed really well in the first couple games. He fielded well. He did really good at the plate. So I do expect him to do pretty good this year. I think he's primed for a really good sophomore season.
hmm Is there one certain player that you think Tiger fans should really keep an eye on or know for this upcoming season?
I think that Tiger fans should keep an eye on freshman Thomas Curry. He did really well in the first couple games. He's listed on the roster as a catcher, but neither in none of the games did he actually start as catcher. He started at DH and in left field. So he's proven that he can fill out multiple roster spots or in spots in the lineup. And within those games, he has a home run, and multiple hits, 4 RBIs, I think, in the 3 games. He was a main proponent in their win, or their second win of the season, because he got a 2-run home run. He broke up the pitcher's duel with a double before that 2-run home run. So he got their offense started in that second game. And then in the third game, he made a really great sliding grab in the outfield to prove that he's more than just a catcher. So I think that he's set for a really good freshman year.
Yeah, that's someone definitely to keep an eye on. Being so versatile is huge, especially with a sport where injuries can come so suddenly. We saw this weekend Sam Horn is expected to be out 12 to 15 months to undergo Tommy John surgery. Horn, this is his second year in the program, but he's so well known because he's a dual sport athlete. He is the backup to Brady Cook on the football team, and he was a huge baseball recruit. And last season, he's a pitcher. Appeared in 4.1 innings of relief, and he gave up 0 runs and only 3 hits. But then this season, Horn once again is going to miss the whole baseball season. Have you heard anything about that or have any reaction to that?
I think it's really unfortunate for Missouri and their baseball team, not only their baseball team, but their football team too. But for their
Mm-hmm.
baseball team, he's a top 30 draft class for 2025 pick. I think it's really unfortunate. He's a really good pitcher for us. He got injured last season and couldn't show that off. He stripped of the opportunity to show it off this season, so at least he will probably retain some eligibility to pitch for us in the future. And so I look forward to seeing him in the next season and the ones after that.
Yeah, it's definitely something that's just really bad luck, very unfortunate. One last thing, just looking ahead kind of for the rest of the season, Mizzou stays out west. They're going to play CSU Bakersfield on Thursday and then San Diego State and UC San Diego this weekend. And then they'll have their first home game next Tuesday against Southeast Missouri at 3. What is just your general outlook for the season kind of in non-conference play and then heading into SEC play for the team?
I think they definitely need to take advantage of their non-conference play or games because that's usually when they get a majority of their wins in the season. The SEC is really just a very tough conference to be in. They only won 10 out of 20, or 10 out of 30 of their games last season in SEC play, so they really got to take advantage of those non-conference plays in their home games. So I think this upcoming series they should be set for a good couple of games coming up. I think one of them will be really tough because they have I think San Diego State and
Mm-hmm.
UC San Diego. They had a good opening series to start their season, so they should be some good competitive baseball there before they head home for their home opener against SEMO.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Amber, thanks so much for joining me today. Everyone can check out Amber's work all season. She'll have lots of pieces on the baseball team, already some great coverage for this weekend. So make sure to check that out on the Mizzou Central website. And thank you, everyone, for listening to this edition of All Things Mizzou, and we will see you next time.
Thank you.